Taj Tobin, or my birth name that my mother gave me was Tajideen Tariq Thomas Tobin. I am 22 years old. I currently live with my brother, and I live in a town where I barely know anybody. I have a small baby girl that I was blessed with, and I have a family that is loving and supporting. Now, throughout my life, I've had hard times that I didn't want to speak to anybody about. So I grew up basically hating most people. I've been through heartache. I've been through losing friends, and I've been through losing family. But I don't talk about it. It's kind of crazy that I don't talk about my feelings because I'm usually a person that looks for nothing but attention. Yeah. But a lot of times I spend alone and I talk to myself and I figure out that I have a lot of demons inside of me that a lot of people don't know or think they should know, but I don't let them in. Well, I'll be posting some videos. This is not for anybody's view of entertainment or anything, but this is to, I guess, give me some type of enlightenment. Multiple times tried to I've tried to kill myself, but for some reason I never could really go through it. A lot of people ask me why and tell me that death is a coward way out, but I believe that if you can stand up and pull a trigger and kill yourself, not knowing what's on the other side, I kind of think that's kind of brave. I actually think that's noble. I think that's why the Japanese people used to do it. To save their honor, they would take their own lives. I always thought that was kind of noble. But most of the times when I thought about doing it, I thought about what I was leaving behind. My daughter, my friends, my family, and hurting them, and how selfish that decision would be. And there were times where I just didn't give a fuck. Like, really, I didn't give a fuck, because at times I would be like, you didn't call, you didn't ask me how my day was. I'm always on Facebook. They can never say I'm not. And I just sat and thought, like, people really don't give a fuck about me. Like, you would have 100 and something friends on Facebook. You would spend time with these people. These people would come and ask you for relationship advice, friend advice, life advice. But at the end of the day, when you start to talk about your problems, no one has time for it. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, most of the time, I spend to myself. I mean, like, even when I lived with people, I wouldn't really talk to them. I mean, I would go out maybe once or twice a day to say hello to my own sister when I lived in her house, and most of the times I spent alone, and I would talk to myself or write and draw. And if anybody who knows me is watching this video, y'all know that my pictures are a reflecting of my mood. Like, I would draw a picture of someone crying, or a teddy bear angry, or a demon or something like that. It's because I reflect to my personality. I feel that people see me as a monster. I literally went into the post office today I had no reason to smile because I've gotten bad news earlier today. And, I met somebody and we were talking, we were cool, but eventually they were like, we can't talk anymore. So that kind of upset me. So I didn't have a reason to smile today. And the lady thought to herself, I guess it would be funny to insult this man and say that he's gonna hit me. Now, my mother raised me never to raise my hand towards a woman. And in the way even of defense, I've never really raised my hand towards a woman. I admit I've pushed a woman before, which even that eats at my soul, but I've never struck a woman in a bit of anger. Never in my life. And I don't think I would. Sometimes I really believe that I don't deserve to be with anybody, or that people see me as damaged goods, because a lot of the times I could never look forward because I'm always chained by my past. Oh, I could really see myself like eventually becoming a very heartless person, not giving a fuck and not caring about the betterment of the human race that we have today. But I can't do that. I can't. It's impossible for me to not care, because every time I try to not care, I just remember there's something out there, that there's someone or there's something that's important to me out there that I want to care about, that I can't give up on just yet. Sometimes in my dreams, I sit in a graveyard on my own grave, and I'm talking to death, and I ask him, I say, why didn't you take me sooner? And he sits and he looks at me and he tells me, were you even ready to go yet? And I sit and I think about it. In my head, I think I've been ready for a long time. A long, long time. But then I sit and then I really think about it. And I'm like, I'm not ready to say goodbye yet. So, I mean, I don't ever think I'm ever gonna have the balls to kill myself, because that shit's crazy. I don't know. I can never really see myself doing that ever. I might say it. It might give me ease to think about death, but I could never really see myself taking my own life. I mean, my mom constantly tells me that's the coward way out. And if I ever wanted to do it, I'd have to go and do it in a secluded area where no one could find me, which wouldn't really be the point, because then you would always think I'm alive even though I'm gone. So, yeah. Well, this is day 1 of my video diary. just again